Before I get going too much, I just want to give a big shout out thank you to John and Jasmine for letting me use your garage. You guys rock. Dang it. Always try to put the bolts back where you got them so you don't forget where they go. Let me just give a rundown where I'm at right now. Guys, so let me just give you a little background on what I have been doing. I bought this new 2010 Jeep Wrangler at an auction and I got a really good deal on it, and at the time I was hoping that the thing ran and that it might have just a few little things to deal with, but for the most part the price I paid was so cheap I couldn't pass it up. Well, fast forward to today. As soon as I got the new keys and started that baby up, it had not one but two spun bearings. So I bought a new crate motor and it came with the new block and everything put in it, and then I just had to move everything over from the old engine. I've disconnected a lot of it, taken a lot of the coolant lines off. I moved the AC pulley over here and disconnected the power steering pulley, and my goal is to put those to the side and yank it out so I don't have to disconnect the cables. Always be sure to label everything and put the bolts back where you got them, or label them in a separate bag so you don't forget where they go. Almost ready to come out. Had a hard time getting those engine bolts in the back out though. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you take a motor out. Good. Not enough space. Water pump. In the moment we have been so patiently waiting for, we can finally take this massive thing off. City life. Swapping a motor when you live in an apartment. And this is what I did. I put a tap in there, tapped it out, then put a 9/16 bolt in there, spun this in until it was able to pull that out. I'm sure there might have been a better way, but I could not figure it out for you. Driving me nuts. She's a beauty. New flywheel. All right, well, why don't I bring everyone up to speed on what I've been doing. That's the old motor right there, the old engine. And I stripped everything off of that and then moved it on to this new engine right here. Ain't she a beauty? Let's see if I can get it to focus in here more. There's the new motor. So I've moved most everything from that old motor onto this new motor, and I'm waiting for a new timing chain cover because the housing is built into that with the oil pump, and it looks like the oil pump had some metal run through it, scratching up the housing, and it's not that bad, but I'm really fearful that if I put it back on, I'm gonna have problems down the line, and I would hate to put a new motor in only to have another blown motor or something like that. This is where it came out of. I went ahead and put in a new throwout bearing, lubed that up a little bit to slide it in. I took the motor mounts off, and then my goal is to be able to put it down and just slide it straight back into there, then put the motor mounts on and bolt it in, start wiring and hooking everything up while we're waiting for that, and then I'll go ahead and just install that while it's in the Jeep. That way the whole project isn't just on hold while we're waiting. That's how the new motor came, looking just like that. Then all I had to do was move everything over, and boom. I'm gonna go ahead and put a new clutch. I just put a new flywheel on the engine, and then that way I can put it back in and at least has a brand new clutch. Now, a very important thing that a lot of people just neglect or forget is when you're doing something like this, whenever you feel like there's something that's gonna go in that you're not gonna take out for a very long time, and hopefully you never have to take it out, always put Loctite on this. So it dawned on me that the reason it's been so dark is I didn't have the lights on. But now with the lights on, it's a much easier scene. So here's what we're doing. We're putting the pilot bearing inside the flywheel. I have made this makeshift ghetto contraption here with a bolt to press in that new bearing, and voila, just like that, we have it in. I've realized that I do a lot of really interesting things, but filming them is the hardest part, really. Even with this project, I feel like there were so many little things that would be so educational to show people. If anyone out there wants to buy me a new GoPro and some equipment to hold it, I would gladly take you up on that offer, and you would not be disappointed in the videos I make. Why would you not put Loctite in it? I remember auto class in high school building an entire Briggs & Stratton engine only to have it completely fall apart after starting it and running it for about 10 minutes. Always remember to crisscross. Got the clutch on. Finally, it's finally sitting in there. Only took like 3 days. Definitely not as easy as it seemed, but it is back together finally. Starting to get very excited. Let me start priming this baby. Wow, do I look like a hobo? The moment that you and I have been waiting for. Let's give this baby a try and see if she starts up. Going really well so far. No lights on the dash or anything. Seems to be sounding really, really quiet and smooth. That's good. Got a little smoke coming here. Let's shut it off. This high temp paint. Nothing I can do right now, unfortunately, because I would like to concentrate on other things, you know, instead of seeing all this smoke. Plus, it's really bad to breathe this in right now. Jeez, it's so bad. I don't know what else to do because it's eventually got to burn off. I'm gonna give it it about 500 miles. Well, folks, that's it. 500 miles was the break-in period on the new motor, and we are at 500 miles.
Eyes open amazed. You're just standing in the smoke of the dead.
It runs like a beauty, I'll tell you. And there you have it. Finally got it all installed and running. I guess you could say I'm the black Jeep in the family now. Yeah, that's how you do an engine swap. Prove it runs. See you guys later. That's the old baby. It's getting ready to send her back.